gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I said it's getting hotter out that flame I came. They try to stop me, straight up block me through that pain. I've gained a newer way, pursue my rays. Look, I don't cry no more. I just load up my mind and let my grind go show. Cause I'm locked in every single day. I be locked in, focused all the way. Man, I'm locked in from the time I wake. I be locked in, I don't need no break. Okay, 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 okay. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Okay, 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 okay. Let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Sorry, ain't no conforming. They'll know when I come for them. They don't know what I'm forming. They get low while I'm soaring. Ain't nothing about abnormal. No, 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 he abnormal. Bad for you, ask for who doubts I shout. I'm asked for you. No debate, I flow grade 8. Luckily, they with me now. Sit back, watch a procreate. I spit raps that'll go through hate. Stay focused on your biz and don't you ever focus. Stay focused on your biz and don't you ever focus. I'm locked in every single day. I be locked in, focused all the way. Man, I'm thin.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Sip to Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're here to recap day 3 of Ravens training camp. Also, what we're going to do at the end of our recap, because we don't have a lot of info today. We're going to finish the stats from the infographic I started a week or so ago. People seem to enjoy the information that came off of that stat sheet, and we're going to kind of go through that and finish that and knock that off and see what kind of information is on the back end of it. I have not seen the rest of that stat sheet. I kind of left it where it was when we watched it, we looked at it together. I opened it back up before I started this, but again, I haven't previewed it, so when we get to it, we'll see it together. So that's where we are. We'll go through the reports that I have accumulated today like we do on our normal days, and then we'll let you guys get to your weekend. I know some of y'all probably at happy hour or just leaving happy hour or on your way to happy hour, and I appreciate y'all. But before we get into that, let's see if I can pull this up. Samuel Moore dropped a 10, and let me see if I can do my recent events. See if this is working again. I should have a recent event where he can. I don't want to act right. I don't know why it's not acting right here lately. I'm gonna have to tell Streamlabs get their stuff together. Because it must have just messed up here recently. Because I still see stuff from 2 days ago. But Samuel Moore dropped a 10, and he says, "Coach, I believe Marlowe has slowly become the veteran leader of this team on defense. And what do you think about this Ruben Lowry guy?" Well, what I will tell you is, I can pull it up like this. That way. We'll do it like that. That way, it should pop up on his own, but we can do that. And before we get into it, I answer his question because he dropped that diamond again. Appreciate you, Sam. I thought that last year with Marlowe, and not necessarily because of like his presence, and I feel like his play, he came back with and became all pro Marlowe. His play on the field, him going to the slot, his aggressiveness, and the stuff that he did, on the field, he got back to being the leader of the defense just by, him and Rowe being the leader of the defense just off of his play. And now his vocal leadership will take on more meaning because of his play from last year. Now, some don't necessarily like the silliness he does, but when you balling like he did last year, you tolerate some stuff. You do, and he's certified ball last year. There's no way around it. All Pro Marlo was back last year. The only thing really was missing was the punch. The punch. That's the only thing that was really missing. The punch. So, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I appreciate what he did. And then as far as this new guy, Ruben Lowry, he's been really, really making a name for himself. I just don't know if we got enough room for him. You look at Marlon, Nate, Awuzie, Jair. I'm assuming Jalen Norman Davis. Then you got your safeties with Kyle, Starks. I forgot about your two rookies you drafted, Longerbeam and Kone. You got Braid. You got Snoozy Kane. I just don't know if it's enough. It's enough snaps back there for Ruben Lowry. But if he keep making plays, they'll make plays for him. If he keep making plays, they will make plays for him. Hold on one second. There we go. If he keep making plays, they'll make a spot for him. I guarantee you that. Trust me. Keep making plays. They'll make a spot for you. But let me send some shout outs through here before we keep rolling. So again, appreciate you, Sam, for dropping that. Donovan came through early. He said the season needs to start already. Juju Bean was in here before we got started saying, yo. Dwayne Shepard came through and says, what up, Doe, coach, and the Ravens flock. Another day closer to us putting up 50 on the Bills up in Buffalo. Yeah, I tweeted something earlier. I think I tweeted it or I thought it, saying that we ended the season in New York and we going to start the season in New York. That's crazy. What up, Chef? Good evening to you as well. Good evening to you as well. Antonio Williams, what's up? What's up? What's up? Shawnee Ames, he says, Shawnee, I don't know if that's male or female, whichever way it is. I never catch it live. Glad I caught it today. I appreciate you for coming through, man. I'm glad you caught it. Glad you caught it. We're going to get to it in just a second. A few more shout outs. Tay got it. Say happy Friday, flock. I appreciate you for coming through. TY says, what's good, coach? What's good to you, TY? Appreciate it. Osman, what's up? What's up? What's up? Matt, what's good, Matt? Hadn't seen you in a minute. Appreciate you for stopping by. Jared, what's good, Jared? Make sure you go through and check out Jared over on his channel. There's the link right there. Make sure you go through and check it out. We got, let's see, Tactical Precision Training. Says, peace, family. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Run Rock Beats, what's good? Paul M., thank you for coming through. And Marlon Day. That'll catch us up right there. Thank you guys for coming through. Let's go ahead and get started with today's news and notes that I was able to clip from our different beat writers and such. Let me switch my screen and be ready to roll. Be ready to roll. All right, here we go. All right, so first up. Little note from Jeff Zarebic says the only change in Ravens attendance is DeAndre Hopkins is back. He's on the field after missing yesterday, and Keith Kirkwood is not practicing. And that's basically the same thing that Jonah Schaefer says. Ravens wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is back to work after missing Thursday's practice for precautionary reasons. What up, Big Cuzzo? What up, Malik? You late, Malik? Where my sounds at? Oh, there we go. You late, Malik? Got something for you.
Better late than never, but never late is better.
Come on, Malik. And it's just D-Hop, working off the ball, getting a little warm up in. You know how us old folks got to get loose before we go out there and do a little work. You know how we do that. I haven't seen a lot of notes on the Young Bucks other than Nate. I got a lot of stuff about Nate today. They say Nate showed out. You got the D-line and the pass rush drills. And all this is for screens. And it's called retracing. You get up the field and you realize they ain't blocking you, it's called retracing. You have the field, they ain't blocking me. You got to get flat. Go make the tackle. That's all that is. When you realize them jokers ain't blocking you, You get up the field and retrace and go beat a rat. And a lot of times, D linemen, they get clean hits on receivers and running backs when they do this. If they're running. You get off that ball and you realize, oh, they half blocking me, and I turn and burn flat down the line of scrimmage. If the ball's not thrown like perfect to the screener, especially on a tunnel screen, like whether the receiver's coming back toward the line of scrimmage, you can get some headshots as a defensive lineman if your butt running. Yeah. Who crucifying Bobby? Wait a minute, what I miss? What? TY, put it in my DM. What I missed? Don't put it on the big chain. Put it in my DM. What I missed? You know I like the news. Put it in my DM. Put it in my DMs. Don't put it on the big stage. Hey, they would say, hey coach, you notice how Sarah did the vault alone today? Someone got digital hands yesterday. Oh, I did see that. I saw him and Jonah. Yeah. I saw that. That's why I said they squabbling. Yeah, I'm stay out them folks' business though. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's them folks' business. I'm gonna stay in this little. I stay in lane 8. If it don't cross lane 8, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I might see it, but I ain't getting in it. My name Bennett, I ain't in it. I stay in lane 8, buddy. If it don't cross lane 8, I'm running with blinders on. As long as it don't cross lane 8, I don't see it. I'm right here, running my race. I ain't even looking over there in them other lanes. Nope. I'm focused right here. Nope. Right here. I don't see what's going on. I don't see it. I'm Ray Charles to the bull. That's me. That's me. But now, back to what we doing. Linebackers working on coverage. Let's see what we got going on so I can explain it a little bit. This is from Cordell. I was just working a little, like dropping to the flats or dropping a hook curl, avoiding trash and going to get the ball. That's all. The coach is working as maybe like a receiver or something coming into their lane, and they're working off, getting off of it and going to find the ball. That's all it is. A little distraction drill, walling off a guy maybe, and then going to get the ball. Reading the quarterback's eyes. That's what they're working on. All right, next, it's a little sled work from the defensive lineman. Big Travis right there. Travis look a little fit, a little bit more fit. Like he got a little of that baby fat off of him. He was already a wrecking machine. He gonna be in fighting trim here in a minute. Hey, 11K is the goal, Tay. 11K is the goal. Let's see what we at, Tay. Hey, Tay, you got a good point there, Tay. I don't know. I'm close. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I don't know exactly, but I'm close. Sub up, hit the like button too. I'm close. I think I'm about 60 away, 40 or 60 away, something like that. 11K by the end of the stream. Hey, we need it. If you haven't subbed, please do so. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's sled work. Just get loose. Oh, just a different angle from the D line. It's the same drill. Look like Brian and Cordell was just at different angles. Oh, this what this is. Oh, I like this. All right, this was happening in this drill right here. So what this is the defensive lineman is engaging the offensive lineman, looking for the ball, then disengaging to go make the tackle. So he's pressing the offensive lineman out, peeking to find where the ball is, then trying to go make the tackle. That's what you're seeing right here. So you'll watch him. Let's see whoever 69 is. Press. Peek. And go get the ball.
It's a respect thing.
There we go. Now my stuff sound like it's working. There we go. Appreciate it. Paul M just dropped something. Let's see what Paul talking about. Let's see what Paul got for us. Now my stuff act like it's working. I must have fixed it. About time. Got some straightening around here. Paul says, Coach, are you going to a Ravens games this year? Yes, I'm going to the one in Miami. I'll be going to the one in Miami. And are you hosting online live for all games? Every game that I'm at home for, I will be online for. I'm in a wedding this year, and the groom wants us to go to a Dolphins game, which I'm sure the Ravens will have a game that same day. So I may miss that one. But if he changes his mind, I'll be live too. But we got 17 games. I plan on being live for 16 of them, unless if I go to that wedding, it'll be 15. But I'll be at the Miami Dolphins game, and I plan on being live for the other 15, 16, unless something comes up. You know, sometimes life be lifing. What up, Cam? Sometimes life be lifing. Hey, Lisa. And long as life don't be lifing, I'll be live. And let me say, oh, that's the other question. Appreciate you, Paul. Thank you for dropping that 10. Thank you. Now let's put Tay's message back up there. Tay message important too. 11K subs by the end of the stream. Tell a friend, come sub. Hey, matter of fact, shout out to my guy Vach Lombardi. If y'all know me, y'all know I have Vach over here a lot. Vach just hit 100K. So shout out to Vach Lombardi. Vach just hit 100K on YouTube. That's my guy. That's my man. 100 grand. Played center for me in high school, and he started me on this YouTube journey. He brought me over from the podcast part to the actual video part of it, and that's my dog. 100%. He hit 100K. So salute to you, Vach, for the grind, and the strides he's making over there on his channel, he doing big things over there, man. I'm so proud of that dude. You just don't know. It's like seeing one of your pupils grow up and become a star, and that's what he's doing over there, man. And I'm so proud of that dude. So if you don't sub to Vach Lombardi, and I know a lot of y'all ain't Cowboy fans, but when the season is over with, he give a lot of good draft content as well. So that's my dude, man, and he just hit 100K, and he deserved it. Everything that's coming for him, he deserved it. But back to the Ravens. All right, outside linebackers doing work. Let's see what they got going on. Let's see what they're working on. Trying to stay outside. Trying to keep that outside shoulder free. Working on C-gap contain. As if they got a tight end out there. Making sure that outside shoulder free. Keeping that edge. Make sure they keep that edge. So the edge defender has C-gap, also with a tight end. So what be is, can y'all see my finger? My little mouse finger? This will be D-gap. So they got C-gap, and they're trying to make sure they keep outside leverage. And that way if a run or something come, they turn it back inside. That's all they're working on. Making sure they have C-gap leverage and contain. Contain and run. That's it. Simple. Fundamental stuff. But if you don't work on the fundamental stuff, you lose. Because if you get nosy and you peek inside and they get outside of you, that's a big run. That's a big run. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Cam. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. we saw that. We saw that. Let's keep rolling. Who's this? Bateman
go.
getting reps.
Good.
Ooh, Bateman
Can
getting
go.
Yeah.
Good.
Love it. Love it.
Can go.
Love it. Love the little subtleness. All he's trying to do is just widen the DB out because he know he wants to stick and get inside. So what that means to me is his route must be going to the left because he's widening the DB out to the right to give him a release inside so he can stick and go left when he gets to the top of his route. That's what that means to me. That's what that means to me. That's a hellified release because it's smooth. It don't look choppy. It look real smooth. Look how low he is. Look at like he don't give the defender his chest. Like his chest, he ain't straight up and down, so the defender can't jam him if he want to. If the defender wanted to jam him, he'd have to hit his shoulders while still moving forward on every little side step. And if the defender was real close to him, he had that arm over move or that slap by ready in the holster, ready to happen. So that's a good release. Working on the fundamental stuff. That way, once you get in the game or against a live rep, it's a natural movement. It's muscle memory. That's what I was looking for. It's muscle memory. All right, next we got a little note from Jonah Schaefer. He says the highlight of a slower practice so far, and I figured it was a slow practice because we were not getting a lot of clips. Jair Alexander bouncing and bobbing his head with Broderick Washington as the Weeknd and Playboy Cardi's timeless plays. Now I don't even know what that is, so how Jonah know what that is? I don't know what that is. But I am old though. The low light, a wide receiver soft tossing the ball into the stands doing warm-ups and nailing a young girl. Ooh, no. Ooh. Tyler Loop just went 10 for 10 on field goals.
Keep locked in. Keep staying locked in.
63-yard bomb. Hey, Minister of God 7. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Minister of God 7. Thank you. Appreciate it. You will be satisfied, especially once real games start. Well, not even real games. When preseason games start, you will be satisfied for that membership, because the memberships and the patrons will get extra film, and y'all know y'all will. Y'all get extra film and early film. And the way I'm gonna have my schedule set up, because I'm gonna tell y'all this secret that they don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. And I hope ain't none of my parents in here. I have, over the summer, I have been transitioning a lot of my classwork to online stuff. So online grading and all that stuff. So all that hand grading and stuff I used to do. No, we ain't finna do all that no more. Too old for that. All that 4-5 hours grading papers. Nope. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Can't win with them. Won't win with them. Can't do it. Nope. Not no more. I'm getting to the point where I'm about to kick off my shoes, relax my feet, party on down with this escape beat. Just kicking it. That's me. That's me here soon. That's me here soon. Yeah, Chef, right, Chef? That Royal Farm sponsorship coming soon for Tyler Loop, booming a 63-yarder. But yeah, going for 10 for 10. Hey, I like this little competition with Loop and the other guy. I like it. He went 6 for 6 yesterday. Loop went 10 for 10 today. I like it. Iron sharpens iron. Who gonna fold first? Who gonna fold? Oh, Lisa said the Ravens said it was 68, not 63. 60 plus, I don't care. Because with the offense we have, we better not be kicking a whole bunch of 60-yard field goals. We just going to leave it at that. But with the firepower that we got on offense, we better not be kicking a bunch of 60-yard field goals. I know that much. We better not be kicking a bunch of 60-yard field goals. So, Loop, I need your sweet spot to be 55. I need your sweet spot to be 55. Lamar and the rest of the offense, take care of that. Get him from the 55 in. Don't have that man kicking 60, unless it's like the end of the game and you got a boom of 60 something. Understandable. But other than that, get that man, and when he ain't stressing his leg out. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, so this is the second time this dude has said something about Lamar not being sharp. This is the second time. Now, I don't know if this is legit or he has hater energy. So I'm not going to give him hater energy yet, because I think he's new to the scene. I'm not going to give him hater energy yet because he's new to the scene. And this is from Brian Wacker. What up, Will G? Appreciate you for coming through from the server room. Appreciate it. But he says Lamar has not been sharp today at all, but #RavensFlock. And then he put, we talking about practice with the AI meme. I guess I don't know if he got hater energy or what. I'm not sure. But we'll see. I'm not gonna give him that title yet. He might just be doing his job and doing it fairly. Which, if he's doing it fairly, I'm cool with it. Just tell us the truth. If you're telling us the truth, cool. I'm cool with it. Another little note from Jonas. Just got a synced up double seat belt celly from Jair Alexander and Nate Wiggins after Wiggins broke up a Lamar pass. All right, everybody, if you can, we got to sync up. Everybody, wherever you at, sync up. On three. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right, one more time. For those that didn't catch it, wherever you at, stop acting like you're doing something because you ain't. 1, unless you're driving, keep driving. If you're driving, keep driving. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So, they did a double synced up Sally. We did about 85 people synced up Sally. We just broke the record. And if you're driving, you already had your seatbelt on, I hope. You better have it on. What up, Yamil? What up, Yamil? All right, a little note from Jeff Zarebic says, cornerback Nate Wiggins was the practice standout today. On back-to-back plays, Wiggins blew up a wide receiver screen, then a sweep play. Then he had 2 pass breakups in a matchup with Bateman. Later in practice, he punctuated one of them with a Jair Alexander seatbelt celebration, which is what we just did. Excuse me. All right, another note from Jonas. He says, day 3 of camp just wrapped. Defense had another solid day, not allowing many explosives. Lamar Jackson unofficially went 10 of 15 and 11 on 11 work, and 7 of 9 and 7 on 7 work, but usually had to settle for checkdowns or mid-range throws. Got some nice catches, too. It was a hot one. Let's see. It said it was a hot one. It's 85 right here right now, and it's cool outside for us. And I know when I went up there, I felt cool. So, I don't know if y'all really know hot, like we know hot down here. Hot and humid. But I'll take y'all word for it. All right, a little note from Harbaugh. From Jeff Zarebic from Harbaugh says the heat is good for us, really good to get you in shape. A little note from Jonas. Odafe Owe had a nice 2-play sequence late in practice, knocking back Ronnie Stanley with the power for a pressure and then turning the corner on a cross chop. And again, I'll say this. When you don't have pass on, the defense be cheating. They cheat. Because they act like they got pass on, and then if they hit the ground, people playing offense. Trust me, I know. What Jason say. Good evening, Coach. Jair is going to start calling Baltimore Strap City. Bold prediction. Ruben Lauer will be the 3rd safety in the 5th. Hey, I mess with it, Jason. Let me see if I can put Jason a little note up there so y'all can see it. I mess with it, Jason. I ain't nothing wrong with that. Where is it? There it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see if Ruben can Ruben could replace JADIR. He definitely could replace JADIR. I got to do some research on him too, Malik. I don't know much about him other than what I've been hearing lately. I definitely got to do it. Do it myself. I do. That's probably what that'll be my homework for the weekend. Do a little research on Ruben Lowry. That'll be my homework for the weekend. Definitely. Let's keep rolling. A little note from Jeff Rubik says Kyle Hamilton said that rookie Malachi Starks is miles ahead of where he was as a rookie. That's a big compliment. From Kyle. That's a huge compliment coming from Kyle Hamilton. Because we know Kyle had them first couple weeks where he looked like a deer in a headlight. And then he exploded. Addicted, Will. I am addicted, Will. Just leave it at that. I'm addicted. But let's see what Kyle had to say.
Yeah, for sure. I think we probably needed some of that. Guys can be a little eccentric at times, but I'm more even kill, so I need to have that been brought out of me a little bit, and Jair does that for us. And everybody follows his lead when it comes to the energy and stuff, and he's only been here 3 practice days, but everybody can feel the difference with him here. So thanks to everybody upstairs for getting him here, and just glad he's on our team now. Yeah, for sure. I think
and that's Kyle Hamilton on the energy that Jair Alexander brings to the secondary, which is great. I love that juice that he brings, and I think I tweeted something about this quote on Twitter, And somebody replied and said they hadn't had that type of energy in the defensive secondary since Marcus Peters, which is a good thing. And we know how the room was lit with MP in there. We know how the room was lit when MP was in there. That they need that. They definitely the turn up guy, the guy that get the juices going, the guy that's gonna fight in the alley with you, the guy that's gonna just keep it a buck. The guy that's gonna get in Jamal's face and be like, you ain't, you know what, ain't gonna challenge him. Even if Jamal, get a bomb, but still gonna be in his face like you ain't nothing. Just gonna challenge him. And the same talk that some of them wide receivers give, Jair gonna give it back. Because remember, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all this. Remember, and a lot of y'all probably do remember this. That year, Justin Jefferson was going bananas and approaching 2,000 yards. The 2 games that he had against Jair was the reason he didn't get them 2,000 yards. Because Jair clamped him. So if we get the healthy, confident Jair, man, please. Man, please. Man, please. We get a healthy, confident Jair. Marlowe, Wiggins, Jair, healthy Awuzie, Kyle, Starks, Rowe, the defensive 8 up front. I don't know what we're doing to the second linebacker, so I don't want to call Trent name and it don't be him, but Trent and crew, man, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Zach Orr year 2, more confident, seen more situations, know how to handle different situations. Come on, dog. Come on. All right, this one is from Nikhil Maheta. Kyle Hamilton said that the Ravens legendary 2000 defense is the standard they're shooting for this year. That's tough. Kyle, you can't be throwing it out there like that, big dog. Kyle, you can't be throwing it out there like that, big dog. Them some big shoes to fill, man. Them some big shoes to fill. Them some big shoes to fill. Appreciate you, Minister. Them some big shoes to fill. 2000 defense. Hey, Ray, Goose. Ooh, some big shoes to fill, Kyle. But I shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. I mess with it. We got a little quote from Lindy talking about Falele.
Yeah, Daniels looked awesome. One, just coming in really good shape. So he's certainly been challenged to do so, and I think he took that challenge on, and then just continue to get better and better each and every day. I'm excited for Daniel and the things that he's going to be capable of doing this year. Daniel.
Now I will say this: as much flack that I personally have given Falele, and as much heat as I talked about what he do and what he don't do, I am still rooting for him to be better. Because if he's better, we're better. If he's better, we're better. Now, if he ain't, get his butt out of there. But I am rooting for him to be better this year. Because if he's better, we're better. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And what I will say, I was so shocked. I was in the 410 guys live stream yesterday. And one of them, if not both of them, were at practice yesterday. And they said Ben Cleveland went with the ones. And so, and I know Voorhees went with the ones the first day. So that looks like it might be a rotation. But just for the sake of it, let's just say Ben Cleveland goes with the ones. Look at the mountains on the side of Linderbaum, Falele and Ben Cleveland. If they can get their stuff together, Linderbaum will have 2 massive human beings on the side of him. Massive. I saw both of them. Like, I went to practice like 3 years ago. Two or 3 years ago. And I saw Falele and Cleveland next to Linderbaum. And Linderbaum looked like the little brother that was like in kindergarten. And Falele and Cleveland looked like the seniors in high school brothers. Those two guys are massive human beings compared to Linderbaum. So if they can get their stuff together and play beside him, that'll allow Linderbaum to do a whole lot more stuff. A whole lot more stuff. So I hope they do, though. I hope they do. But again, I give Falele a lot of flack for how he played last year. Even though he was a Pro Bowler, I don't know how in the heck he did that. But if he's better, the offensive line will be better, and the team will be better. I agree, Blackula. But I just hope they, over the offseason, they figure out a way to do it. I think about the thing is with me right now is I know they've been bad in the past, and I ain't willing to just. I'm gonna give them a chance. They got to show me they still bad before I just constantly stay negative on them. And once they show me again, I may go back to being negative on them. But right now, we 0-0. The outlook is good, and I'm gonna stay positive for the most part. I ain't gonna be negative for what's this? July, August, September, October, November, December. I ain't gonna be negative for the whole time. They got to show me that they bad before I go negative. The outlook is the glass is half full for me right now. It's half full for me right now. So let's see what Cordell had to say for his wrap up for the day. And now, if you got questions, this is the time to put them in the chat box because I can answer them and I can type while Cordell's giving us his wrap up. And again, after the wrap up, we're gonna take a look at these stats real quick. From Brent Coleman. Brent Coleman did put together an infographic. Like, he has an infographic for all the little shows that he did, and I have the one for the Ravens. And we did the first half of it on a show by itself, and I got the back half of it. And we'll go through some of it and look at some of the numbers for the Baltimore Ravens last year. And some of the stuff was pretty eye-opening. But let's take a look at and listen to what Cordell had to say about his wrap-up. Some of the stuff that he probably did not tweak.
Day 3 of Ravens training camp is finished. We are through it. Today was the longest practice of camp so far, from 2 to 4. Ravens have that ramp-up period, and we have reached the point to where practices are 2 hours. Not necessarily going to be that way every day, I don't believe, but 2 hours is at its longest what it will be. Pads come on Monday, so we're starting to get there. We're starting to get there. So Monday is kind of the day that a lot of people have circled for, the day that we'll get probably the most action that we've gotten to this point in camp. But in terms of today, Tyler Loop, he's probably the story of the day, going 10 for 10. His longest being a 63-yard bomb that he made with room to spare. So really good to see from Tyler Loop, who obviously has a lot of questions surrounding him as he is a rookie. He's replacing Justin Tucker, who leaves big shoes to fill in terms of his legacy on the football field. And so Tyler Loop showing today that he has that strong leg that a lot of people talked about with him. I thought that was a good thing. So still a long way to go, but going 10 for 10 today, that's nothing to sneeze at. Best day to this point in the off-season workouts, in my opinion, from Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins was all over the field, had 3 pass breakups by my count today. Also had a really nice run stuff on a toss play to Justice Hill on the outside. He blew that play up immediately. So really good, productive day from Nate Wiggins, who played with a lot of energy today. Sticking on the defensive side of the ball, Aeneas Peebles, he's starting to flash a little bit. And look, the pads aren't on yet, so take it with a grain of salt. I always say I don't fully look at the interior guys until the pads come on. But Peebles is one that I'm very intrigued by, and a lot of people talk about him being undersized, and he is, but his get off the line of scrimmage is at an elite level, or can be at an elite level as he continues to develop. So I'm really excited to see him. He had a pressure today, had a couple of knockdowns at the line of scrimmage in the pass game as well. So he's fiery. He plays with a lot of energy, and I think he understands his strengths, and he knows he wins early in the play by beating his guy off the line and winning with his leverage and blowing up that O-line. So I'm really excited to see Aeneas Peebles as we get into preseason. Not a sharp day for Lamar, and look, it's Lamar. This is my 5th year covering the team. I've seen some practices from Lamar Jackson that were not at Lamar's level. It's just not him. But he's a gamer. So it's just tough for me to ever take a bad practice day for Lamar seriously, because I know the type of player that he is when the lights come on and it's real. Staying on the offensive side, not a great day for the offense, to be honest with you. 4 false starts from the offense by my count, 4 of them. And that's obviously a big talking point for this Ravens team, as last year they were just killing themselves with penalties, killing themselves. So that's something that I'm sure John Harbaugh is going to try to nip in the bud. Not really seeing a lot of Mark Andrews. He wasn't very involved today, and with him not being very involved today, it made me think about it. I don't think Mark has been heavily involved to this point in camp. Not to say he hasn't caught a couple of balls, he has, but usually there are days in camp, and granted this is only day 3, so take it with a grain of salt, but usually there are days in camp where the media, we're just sitting there watching and we're like, okay, this is the Mark day. This is the Mark day, because he's popping up every other time with at least a ball being thrown to him. That wasn't necessarily the case today. At one point, I had to look to make sure Mark was still at practice. So just some little things that I'm watching as training camp goes on. One last thing in terms of practice, I haven't necessarily been pleased with what I've seen from Longer Beam, the rookie corner over there. It just seems like he's struggling to kind of latch on, and I think a lot of it is just confidence. You have to be a confident player at corner, and just watching him, he doesn't really look like the most confident guy right now. Obviously, that can change. It's still the learning phase. I'm sure he's still getting comfortable. They haven't even played a preseason game yet, but I think he's a guy that you want to start to see a little bit more from, even if it's not him just jumping plays and making interceptions, just him looking like he's more aggressive out there, him looking like he's comfortable in his own skin and in his role. So he's one that I'm going to definitely continue to keep my eye on. But at the podium, we talked to John Harbaugh today, and John, not a lot to say from John Harbaugh, if I'm being honest with you. He's just out here excited for Monday. He did say that. He is excited to see his guys get the pads on. We talked to Kyle Hamilton, who had high praise for Malachi Starks, saying Malachi Starks is already further along than he was when he was a rookie. And, Malachi is definitely raising some eyebrows in a good way out here at camp. He continues to look the part, and obviously his teammates are seeing that as well. But that'll do it for me. Tomorrow's day 4. We'll be back at it again. I'm going to continue to do these as long as it seems like people want me to do them. If there's anybody you want me to start paying more attention to, position groups, any requests, I'll definitely take those as well. I'm about to get out of this heat, though. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
What up, team? What's good? Hey, Cordell does a great job with these, and I love, putting them on the back end of my stream for people that don't know them or follow them. Like, I think somebody was just asking who is Cordell. Somebody was just, whoever was just asking. Like, he's a good follow, man. He does Ravens content and Orioles content. I'm not sure, other than the radio station, what actual outlet he works for. I know he works on a radio station too. Is Chef here? If Chef, what's the radio station? And somebody other than the Chef can let me know the radio station that Cordell works at as well. But he does Ravens content and Orioles content, and I know he's on the radio station. I just don't remember the actual number, like 10 whatever. I'm not sure of the number of the radio station he works at too. But good follow if you don't follow him, and it's at Cordell Woodland.
Day 3 of Ravens training camp is finished.
So what we're gonna do now is, Cordell has been on this show before, right? Thank you, Dog. Cordell has been on this show. Oh, here it is. He say, Will said, I'm telling you, I believe you. I'm just messing with y'all, because you know it'll be hot in Florida every day, but I'm just messing with y'all. It's Maryland 105.7 The Fan. Okay, appreciate it. That's where he's at, on top of what we have on Twitter.
Respect. It's a respect thing.
Appreciate you, Sam, for dropping. Hey, I got your first 10. And your second 10 just popped up, so I finally got my stuff working right. So I appreciate you for coming through and dropping another one. Let's go through these numbers real quick. Let's show these numbers. Let me get them up on the screen. Let me switch. Let's switch gears for a second. Let's go just me. Get what I need up on the screen. Where it go? There it go. All right. Let me get some of this stuff off. Let's go full screen. All right. Take that down. All right, we should be good now. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to do about 3 or 4 of these, and still, this is just a continuation of the numbers that Brent Coleman had put out. He does he does all 32 teams each year, talking about them, and these are the numbers from the infographic that he gives to his Patreon. And so I did what I needed to do in order to get them from his Patreon and share them with my followers, because you guys are so good to me. All right, so, and these were some numbers that you've seen a lot of shorts that I've been doing here lately too. All right, so let's run through them real quick. All right, first down coverages. So this is kind of like what we call on first downs, and these are the percentages. So, and these are last year's numbers. These are last year's numbers. Man zone rate. So on first down, we call man 17% of the time, zone 82% of the time. So for the most part, we were a zone coverage team. We're a zone coverage team. And there's the link to my Patreon right there. Thank you, Streamlabs. You on point, boy. Streamlabs are on point. On point. Cover 0 on first down. 1.9% of the time. That's 8. Cover 1, we were 17th with 16. Cover 2, 16 as well with 14%. I'm sorry, 14th with 16%. Screwed that up. Cover 3, 41.5% of the time. 17th in the league. Cover 4, 10, but basically 11%. That was 23rd in the league. 2-man, or cover 5 as they call it, 0.8%, which was 9th in the league. Cover 6, which is quarter halves, 10.6%, which was 13th in the league. And then other, which was 2%, we were 10th in that. All right, defensive play calling, second down coverages, and second down. So we don't care about second down. Let's go to third down. Third down is what matters. Third down is really what matters. Third down coverage, man zone rate. So versus man in third down, we were 40% of the time we were in man, and we were in zone basically 60% of the time. We were in man 40% of the time, which was 7th in the NFL, and zone 26%, 26th, 60% of the time, 26. So cover 0, which is what I think Cleveland destroyed us in, which cost Eddie Jackson and Marcus Williams them their job. 6th in the league. Cover 1, 6th. Cover 2, 6th. Cover 3, 17th. Cover 4, 14th. 2-man, 30th. So we barely played 2-man. Barely. I think we can get back to 2-man this year with what we got at corner, though. I do. I think we can get back to 2-man with what we got at corner. If all our DBs are healthy, I think we can get back to 2-man and play that a little more. Cover 6, quarter half. 25th. And then other 17th. So basically we were cover 0, cover 1, cover 2. And third downs. Cover 0, cover 1, cover 2. But the biggest percentage being cover 2, cover 4. Interesting. So we'll know what to look for when we watch games this year, because I'll keep this infographic and kind of use it throughout the year to see if the numbers match up from last year to this year. So on third down, we'll be looking for cover 2 and cover 4 and see if those percentages kind of match up from year to year. All right, blitz rates. And again, we didn't blitz as much as people thought we did last year. On the back end, after Travis got hurt, we did. But I don't think we blitzed a whole lot like we did in the past, especially with Wink. With Wink, we was blitzing every 2 downs. All downs, we blitzed 26.3%, which was 16th in the league. So we were on the bottom half in the league in blitzing. Hey, Heather, how you doing? First downs, we blitzed 22% of the time. Overall, second down, we blitzed 23% of the time. And this breakdown by down and distance, by second down and distance. So if it was second and short, 35%. Second and medium, 20%. Second and long, 9%. And then on third down, we blitzed 40% of the time on third down. That was 10th in the league. If it was third and short, we were 9th in the league with 37%. If it was third and medium, 15% at almost 50%. And if it was third and long, we blitzed 28% of the time, and that was 7th in the league. Interesting. Run concepts. Now, on run concepts, before I get into it, y'all know I want us to be heavy zone. I want us to be heavy zone, whether it be outside or inside. Let's keep the gap stuff, but let's be heavy zone. Let's see what we were. Outside zone. Outside zone. We were 28th. We were 28%, 17th in the NFL. Inside zone, 25%, 8th in the NFL. Man concepts would be like where you basically base blocked and let the back pick the hole. We were 29th in that, so we didn't do that a lot. Power, we were down on power. We ran power 8% of the time, but it was still 12th. Ran counter only 9%, but it was 5th. So that means the NFL as a whole is getting away from the gap schemes, because we only ran power and counter 9 and basically 10%, and we were in the upper echelon in the NFL. Ran draw 5%, we were 3rd. Pin and pull 8%, we were 13th. Trap 3%, we were 10th. So that means that the NFL as a whole is getting away from gap schemes, because those are not high percentages, and we're in the top of the league, which is crazy to me, but understandable, because a lot of your high schools are getting away from it too. So that means a lot of your colleges are getting away from it too. So it trickles up. Actually, football trickles up, if you don't know. You think that it trickles the other way because that's a professional level, but actually football trickles up because that's what kids are used to. So the kids learn these concepts and get good at them. So the colleges implement them because they're already good at them. Then the professionals implement them because they were good at them in college. It's kind of backwards than life. All right, under center, outside, I love it. Under center, outside zone, that should be our bread and butter, and it looks like that's what it is. Under center, outside zone, 43% of the time. I don't even care about the rest of these numbers. That's the one I was looking for. Under center, outside zone, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love it. And I love it. And I love it. And I love it. But still, look at power. Under center power, 15.6%, first in the NFL. And you know why we are first in the NFL at that? There's one name is the reason why we are first at under center power. And his name is Project Pat. All up in my face, talking this and that. I'm sorry. Went on a little tangent for a minute. But if you know that song, put it in the chat box though. If you know that song I just quoted, put it in the chat box. If you know that song, put it in the chat box. Let's see who know lit rap, lit old school rap. All right, pin and pull 20th, trap. We didn't run it. Oh, that was Wham. All right, let's keep rolling. From the shotgun, outside zone 27th, inside zone 13th, man, power, counter, draw, pin and pull, trap. So our biggest percentage from the shotgun is inside zone. And this is where I think Keaton Mitchell can come into play. With this inside zone from shotgun. He don't have to have a lot of snaps. Keaton Mitchell don't need about 3 or 4 of these a game. And that's 40 yards. And maybe a touchdown. If he get blocked right. Oh yeah, Shamar Stewart did get signed. He did. So let's see. Amber two left. So these are the losses and the retentions that he talked about on his show. We lost Josh Johnson, Owen Wright, Christian Wellich, Deontay Johnson, Steven Sims, Cordell Ishmael, Nelson Aguilar, Deontay Henry, Patrick McCarry. We re-signed Derrick Henry, Pat Ricard, Rashad Bateman, Tylen Wallace, Ben Cleveland, Ronnie Stanley, or Darius Washington. Also lost Josh Jones to the Seahawks. Brent Urban, probably going to be one of the handshakes. Malik Harrison, Chris Board, Brandon Stevens. Trey White went back to the Bills. Arthur Marlette. I think Marlette went back to the Saints. Mullen, Travion Mullen, Christian Matthews. And we added Cooper Rush, DeAndre Hopkins, Joseph Noteboom, John Jenkins. Oh, we ain't heard nothing about Yeah, it was chicken head. That's what it was. Blackula. It was chicken head. It was chicken head. Yep, that's exactly what it was. It was chicken head. We ain't heard a lot about John Jenkins. Jake Hummel, who just refused to practice. Jair Alexander. Oh, we got it one more time. Yeah. And Chidobe Awuzie. And then the last slide here is draft picks, and we all know who our draft picks are: Malachi Starks, Mike Green, Emory Jones, Teddy Buchanan, Carson Vincent, who is a guy who I'll be watching, Bilal Kone, Tyler Loop, LeJounte Wester. We ain't heard a lot of Wester either. Niels Peoples, Longer Beam, who Cordell just talked about, Dillinger. As far as UDFAs, Marcus Major, how you say this? Sone Nota, the running back from Monmouth. Jamal Banks, Xavier Gullery, wide receiver from Arizona State. Sam Pitts, tight end, Minnesota Duluth. Reed Holsky, guard out of Miami, Ohio. Gerard Christian Lichtenhahn. Sound like he should have been in Nakatomi Plaza. Oregon State. Ozzie Hutchinson, tackle out of Albany. Jason Jones, interior D-line, Auburn. DeJuan Black, edge Temple. Jay Higgins is one of the reasons O'Ward better find his way to practice, that linebacker. And then Chandler Martin. Them two jokers keep on not practicing. Jake Hummel. Your spot gonna be taken by Jay Higgins and Chandler Martin. Keep on. The Patreons know. I put film for the Patreons on them two kids. Keep on not practicing. They gonna be up there. Oh, they go Ruben Lowry right there. Chattanooga. So that means y'all probably can't find tape on Ruben Lowry. But I can. The plug has came through. I can. All right, so that's the infographic. That's all 18 pages. We went through 9 the first time. We went through the last 9 just now. So with that being said, man, I can't see myself. Where's my screen at? There it is. Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming out. Today was fun. Next week, well, we got practice tomorrow, but I got something to do. So I don't know if we're gonna do one of these tomorrow because I got something to do tomorrow. So just be on standby. Tomorrow's we'll see. I don't even know what anybody know what time practice is tomorrow? Anybody? Y'all know what time they practicing tomorrow? But tomorrow will be a play it by hand and see what's going on. But I got something to do. But if we don't go live tomorrow, we'll definitely be back Monday once them pads come on and hey, get real. Hey, I tell y'all a high school story real quick. Like that first, high school practice starts here in Florida Monday, and so that first four days, everybody be out there flying around doing what they got to do because you just helmet shoulder. Like the first day you're in helmets, maybe first 2 days you're in helmets. Day 3 or 4 you're in helmet and shoulder pads, and everybody out there running around doing their thing. You got 900 kids out there. You have a blast, and then that 5th day when them pads come on. Them numbers decrease like a mug, boy. Jokers get lost after that first day in pads. Jokers come up missing. Helmets and shoulder pads just be in the middle of the floor, unclaimed after that first day of pads. Jokers don't want that smoke no more. They be like, forget this. I'm finna go hoop. Oh, it's too hot out here or something. That smoke, it changed once them pads come on. But we'll see what happens this weekend. And if I see y'all tomorrow, man, I do. If not, I'll see y'all Monday. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, and I appreciate all the love. Real quick, let me see if I can do this again. I want to make sure I give everybody their due since it acted right today. Finally acted right. Bork, chicken. Boy, please. Whatever. Why is that in my head now? Why is that in my head right now? Shouldn't be, but it is. Let's see if we good for today. Act right today. There we go. Tap that like button on y'all way out if you haven't done so. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. We should be close to 11K. Help your boy out get to 11K. Tell a friend, and come on back. And we'll be here either tomorrow or Monday. And hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't know, but I do. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Enjoy y'all Friday night. And if I don't see y'all tomorrow, be blessed. Tell somebody you love them. And we out.